What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Real Wrestling Community, the TRWC Tailgate Party. I am your host, the Majestic. It is Wednesday, and you guys know what that means. That means that we preview tonight's AEW Dynamite television show. They're giving us some matches. I don't know how I quite feel about them quite yet, but we'll see how it goes. We will also do a little bit of review of this weekend's shows. I'll go over the card from New Japan's Battle in the Valley and as well as Elimination Chamber match. But really quick, guys, I am so sorry. I don't have my phone with me, but I do need to share this stream really fast. So if you guys can give me a few seconds and I will start that up. How are you? Leave me a comment. As always, like and share and subscribe as well. You guys are so awesome and y'all always are very y'all always help me out and are very loyal. So I appreciate that. So here we go. Shared. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So before we get into tonight's show, we will go ahead and do some reviews of this weekend. So let's go ahead and get into that. We'll start with the Elimination Chamber match from Saturday evening. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of story stuff happened. I I really liked the show. You guys can let me know what you guys thought, but I thought it was amazing. Um, it's definitely one of the better Elimination Chamber matches, Elimination Chamber preview, pay-per-views, premium live events, I guess you would call them now. Than I remember in a long time. So it was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. So we'll go over the card and we'll kind of talk about the show overall. In the women's elimination chamber match, I think that's what we started with. We had Asuka win that, and she will punch her ticket to WrestleMania to be able to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. That match is going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be really good. The women did a really good job in the Elimination Chamber. I believe one of the better ones, and it was exciting. And all the women got to shine. I'm sorry, I am so disoriented today. The women got to shine. They did a really great job, and yeah, Asuka's the winner. I had a feeling that she was going to win, and it didn't disappoint. The next up, this is the match that I dislike the least, and if y'all know me, y'all know what a big shocker this is. But I was left a little feeling gypped out of this match. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. And y'all know I love Brock Lesnar. He's my favorite in that company. And I want him to win everything. So I felt a little gypped. This was a disqualification where Bobby Lashley officially won. And Brock Lesnar decided to go ape on everyone, and he F5 the referee and stormed out of there in his Brock Lesnar fashion. I like the fact that I like the aftermath of the match, but the ending of the match, the finish of the match with the disqualification, I just felt like it cheapened this, and I was sad that it ended this way. I'm guessing this is going to lead to a WrestleMania match. I know that they're saying, "Oh, Omos challenged Brock Lesnar for WrestleMania. Will he show up next week?" I think it's a ruse. I think it's a trap laid by Bobby Lashley, MVP, the Hurt Business, that kind of thing. But we'll see. A lot of people are fussing about this, which if it's a true thing, Omos versus Brock at WrestleMania, I will be upset to say the least. I do not want that. No one wants that, but I'm not going to I don't think that that's the true WrestleMania match. I really still think that they're going to run Bobby and Brock again and this time get a real match out of the deal. Shane says, spoiler alert, tonight's big announcement from Tony Khan is that Peaches and Power Bombs is now the #1 wrestling podcast and is Eddie Kingston's favorite. It better be. It better be. I'm just saying. I mean, it is, after all, the most biased podcast you can find. Welcome to the TRWC Tailgate Party, the second most biased podcast you can find. If you hear this recording, that means, of course, our host is talking about Eddie Kingston. She loves him, and she's not afraid to say so. Now, carry on. I mean, it happens. It happens. All right, what else do we got? Hello, Timothy. Hello, my friend Majestic. Hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. And Jamie Hayter is still the queen. Sorry about Indiana last night. I didn't know that they were playing last night, so I'm guessing that they lost, and that is indeed sad. But you know, it is what it is. And since you're here, Timothy, I'll play it for you.
You know, haters gonna hate.
Just for you. All right, guys, let's get back into the Elimination Chamber review here that we have. We just talked about the disqualification between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar decided to go berserk and attack everyone after that, which I was okay with that part, but the actual disqualification, the actual finish, I was not. All right, moving on. We had a mixed tag team match between Beth Phoenix and Edge versus Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Rhea Ripley, with Beth Phoenix and Edge going over for the win, buttoning up the story that's been going on for months, kind of in the background, kind of not, for a long time now, almost a year. Not quite a year, but almost a year, probably about a half a year. And I thought for a mixed tag match, I usually don't like them because the flow is just kind of gets staggered a little bit. I actually really enjoyed this. I thought everybody did great in this, including Dominic on the outside. Dominic just proves more and more how much he's enjoying this role and how much he's coming into this role. And he's been a lot of fun to watch. And Edge looked great. Beth Phoenix looked like a monster. Rhea Ripley still looked great. And Finn Balor, you know, is good as well. And I'm really, really glad that they were very smart about this. Like, Rhea Ripley was not the one who got pinned. It was Finn Balor. So you still have your Royal Rumble winner, Rhea Ripley, who will go on to challenge Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania, still looking pretty strong because she was not the one who actually indeed lost the match. I mean, she lost the match, but not directly by taking the pin from Beth Phoenix. So they protected her in a way, but still was able to button up the storyline to get the baby faces, the legends over. So I was pleasantly surprised with this, and I think that they executed it very well. Okay, they play Indiana played Michigan State last night. Okay. Well, I heard Michigan State is pretty good, so that doesn't surprise me one bit. So, all right, next up we had the men's elimination chamber match, and Austin Theory won, and it was for the United States Championship, and they are continuing with Austin Theory. My guess is into WrestleMania against John Cena at some point, and I thought that this was, as far as in-ring stuff itself, not storyline, not characters, nothing like that, but the actual action in and of itself, I think the men's elimination chamber match is what took the cake for the night. And Montez Ford looked like a star. Bronson Reed looked like a beast. He came in there very dominant. Uh, Damian Priest looked good. Johnny Gargano looked good, and I think he desperately needed this as kind of a breakout moment for him because he just has been very underwhelming since he's gotten onto the main roster. And I really think that Johnny Gargano needed a really good showing, and I think he was able to get it. 4 stars, 5 stars to Montez Ford for that sell, him selling that injury at the very end, kind of collapsing when everyone was trying to help him out to lead into the door continuing to be open, leading for Logan Paul to get in there to go after Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins also looked good during that match as well. So I don't want to leave that out. But in the end, Austin Theory was able to come out of this as the winner. And I'm liking Austin Theory more and more. I mean, I already liked him. I was very biased because he's from here in Atlanta and I got to see him a lot while he was coming up in the indies. And I've always thought that he was a great talent. So I'm happy to be able to see him in this role. He's doing a great job and I cannot wait to see what happens with him in WrestleMania. Hopefully to see him against John Cena. Timothy says the only match that I was more interesting on Saturday was Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Yes, and we are getting into that right now. So, this match, unlike the other one, was not about the in-ring work at all. It was all about character. It was all about story. It was all about the fans. And this Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn gave me huge um Hulk Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17 vibes. That's how big this felt. That's how huge it felt and important, and crowd reaction wise it felt like we didn't even like the fans there didn't even care like about the in-ring work that night. They just cared that these two people, these two guys were standing in the ring across from each other. That's all that's the only thing that mattered in the whole world to them was that they were in that ring together face to face in a match. I mean, it was so they were so invested in this that they were reacting to headlocks and small little things like that. It was I haven't seen that in forever where they would just react to every little thing that was going on. I mean, for like 5 minutes, or it felt like 5 minutes straight. They didn't even touch each other. They were soaking in the moment and just continuing to tell the story just through their facial expressions during that time, where they would just look at the crowd like this and look at the crowd like that. Like, it was intense. I haven't seen that in forever. And like I said, it was giving me really Hulk Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17. That's how huge that moment felt. Of course, Roman Reigns through his through his little shenanigans and ref bumps was able to barely escape with the win over Sami Zayn. Of course, there was a lot of story going on. Jimmy Uso attacked Sammy when the ref was down, did a lot of stuff to him. Jay Uso got into the ring and got between him, Sami Zayn, and Roman. And it looked like, okay, what is Jay going to do? We still don't know because he didn't attack Roman. He didn't attack Sammy. But he did accidentally get speared by Sammy when Roman moved out of the way when Sammy was going after Roman. And then he rolled out and we didn't see him again for the rest of the night. So we still do not know unless something happened on Raw and I just haven't seen it yet. We still don't know exactly where Jey Uso's allegiance lies. So that will be interesting to see Um, I think they're doing a really good job of slowly transitioning this story from Sammy versus Roman to Sammy versus Jay, which will, lead to Sammy and Kevin. I hope Sammy and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the tag team championship. And I know that feels really cheap, oh, he should be going after the world title and winning that big the prestigious belt from Roman and all of these other things, but I think it's a little bit more personal with this because him and Jay had gotten so close while they were in the bloodline. So I think it's even more personal and even a stronger story with Sami Zayn going after Jay Uso eventually when Jay does eventually turn on Sami Zayn. It's going to be really great. I'm really looking forward to it. Shane says, everyone I have heard says Cody Rhodes is winning WrestleMania, but if Roman wins, he will be the champ for 1,000 days. And if you know how WWE likes streaks, just saying. I get your point, and I can kind of see them doing that, but I don't. If Cody doesn't win, I think that all of this was for nothing. Um, what else could you do after this? And who in the world could actually beat Roman after this? Unless they have Cody lose at WrestleMania and then he wins at SummerSlam or something. But I think it would mean more for Cody to win at WrestleMania and not at like one of not that SummerSlam doesn't mean anything, but it would mean so much more at WrestleMania. I don't know. They could they could do it either way. I can almost see them doing that, but I would be severely disappointed if it wasn't at WrestleMania. It is Cody Rhodes' time. You are correct. Okay, guys, so that was Elimination Chamber. I thought it was fantastic. I enjoyed the show. I give it an A minus. If it wasn't they would get an A plus if it wasn't for Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. And that hurts my little beastie heart because I'm in love with, with some Brock Lesnar, but it is what it is and sometimes his matches just don't go quite the way you want them to just because they're trying to protect everybody in the thing. But if this leads to a final showdown between him and Bobby Lashley once and for all, get get done with this storyline, then it'll be worth it, I guess. But it is what it is. Okay, guys, really fast, I'm going to go over the card of the New Japan show. There is a lot of action on this thing, and I'm going to try to get through it pretty quickly, and then we'll move on to AEW. So, the results of New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle of the Valley from February the 18th in California. If I butcher any of these names, I apologize. We had Alex Collin, I'm guessing, defeat J.R. Kratos. David Finley defeated Bobby Fish. Okay, this was a big tag team weirdo match. I tried to watch this one and it was insane. I could not follow it whatsoever. It was a little bit too bouncy for me. Kushida, Volator Jr., Kevin Knight, and the DKC defeated Mascara Dorada, Josh Alexander, Adrian Quest, and Rocky Romero. It was what it was. This match was pretty good. Motor City Machine Guns defeated the West Coast Wrecking Crew to retain the strong openweight tag team championship. This match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I really like the Motor City Machine Guns. I would like to see them on television at some point. That would be really cool. Um, my boy Eddie Kingston defeated Jay White in a loser leaves Japan match. Tom Lawler defeated Homicide in a filthy rules fight. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Clark Connors. I love Clark Connors. He's really impressing me. And I love Zack Sabre Jr. too. And that was for the New Japan Television Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. Uh, retained that. Mercedes Monet defeated Kyrie to become the new IWGP Women's Champion. And Okada defeated Tanahashi for the IWGP World Championship. I did not get a chance to see the entire card. I only saw, let's see, one. I saw the big tag team fiasco thing. It was okay. I saw the Motor City Machine Guns match. Of course, I saw Eddie's match. And I saw the women's match, but I haven't seen the rest of it. But what I did see, most of it was pretty good. Eddie's match was amazing. I loved it from start to finish. It was really good. There for a second, I did think he was going to lose, and I was like, oh no, Eddie's going to lose. But he ended up winning. That means Jay White is going off into a different direction. He is not allowed to come back to New Japan anymore. So, or at least for the foreseeable future. Um, there's a nice little moment on the ramp with Eddie giving his respect to Jay White, and I appreciated that. It was a good show. It was a good match. So hopefully soon I will go back and watch some of these other matches that looked really good, but I just didn't get a chance to watch it. It was late at night, so I kind of stopped at certain parts of the show, and I want to go back and watch it. It was what I saw was pretty good. So uh, yes. Big news happened last Saturday night. Eddie Kingston did. Yep, he sure did. And the only match was more important was Eddie Kingston versus Jay White. The only I would say that Mercedes Monet versus Kyrie was probably the only match that was bigger, um, better, I guess you would say, than Eddie versus Jay White, in my opinion. I saw bits and pieces of it from the internet, so I thought that it was. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to go back and see it completely all the way through. Okay, guys, that was New Japan's Battle in the Valley. So let's go ahead and talk about tonight. And I'm not sure how I feel about this, so we'll see. We have a tag team battle royale, and the winner will be in a fatal four-way match for the tag team championship at Revolution. There's a ton of teams in there. Um, I really don't know who is going to be in this. I really don't care. The only teams I really care about are the Acclaimed, who's already in the match, and FTR, who's not wrestling at the moment. They're off. And I miss Santana and Ortiz being together, but they're not a thing anymore, so that's sad. So I don't know. Their tag team division is feeling a little ick, and that's sad because they had a really strong tag team division like a year to 2 years ago. So I don't know who they're going to put in this match. My guess is like Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett is my guess as one of them. I don't know who else they're going to put in this thing, but it is what it is. I know one thing. The Gun Club are not going to win at the at Revolution. I think they're just transitional champions at this point. We do love the Acclaimed, and we'll talk about them in just a few minutes. Next up, we have a championship match. Orange Cassidy is putting his All Atlantic Championship title versus Wheeler Yuta. Okay, yay, I guess. Um, I don't know. I don't know why I should care. I guess they have had a little iffy things with Orange Cassidy and the Best of Friends versus the Blackpool Combat Club off and on throughout the couple months. I can almost see them. Well, Wheeler Yuta is he the champion? Is he the pure Ring of Honor pure champion, or is that still Daniel Garcia? If he's not, I can almost see them putting the All Atlantic Championship on Wheeler Yuta. I can almost see them doing that here, but um it is what it is. It's a time waster in my opinion. Hello Alma. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Took a booster shot. My arm hurts. Well, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better after taking your shot. Stay healthy. Next up, we have another nothing match. Over on the women's division, we have Saraya versus Sky Blue. I I should take that back. It's probably not a nothing match because it's getting Saraya warmed up in the ring some more, right? They don't have the advantage like WWE does of having house shows to be able to work matches in front of crowds without the camera rolling. They don't have that quite yet. They're coming, but Saraya needs to get in the ring a little bit more and knock the dust off of her feet. So my guess is that this is just another, it'll be a win under her belt, get her in there, mix her up with a girl or whatever, and they'll probably spray paint loser on Sky Blue's back. And then we'll see something maybe from Britt Baker or Jamie Hayter or Ruby Soho or whatever girl it is that they're, in fights with at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Timothy says, "Why is Orange Cassidy hasn't gone overseas to defend his title like Pac did?" Well, Pac was already over there, right? I mean, Pac lives over there, so it's easy for him to be able to put the title on over there. And I'm guessing it's a little bit more difficult for Orange Cassidy to go overseas. But yeah, I think he should at some point. Timothy says, "Yes, Wheeler is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion." Okay, thanks. So Orange Cassidy, therefore, will probably continue to win. Okay, so next up, we have Jon Moxley versus Evil Uno. If Jon Moxley wins this match, and he will have 100 wins in the company, and it will be the first time anyone in AEW has gotten 100 wins. Jon Moxley more than likely will win. Do y'all want to make another bet? Let's see. I say that Jon Moxley will start bleeding 2 minutes into the match, and that he will go to the outside of the ring 45 seconds into the match. What do y'all think? What are your all's predictions? Yes, he will definitely beat Evil Uno. No doubt about it. So, yes, I think that he will go to the outside of the ring 45 seconds into this match, and that he will start bleeding 2 minutes within the match, and that the match itself will only last about 4 minutes. Those are rough estimations, but I like to have a little bit of fun and see what happens. Okay, Timothy is down for what I say. Okay, I'm writing all of this down because next week I wanna see if we're right or not. And Shane says, "I predict that Hangman Page interferes in the match. If he doesn't interfere in the match itself, he will definitely come down at the end of it." So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe, well, actually, Shane, maybe you are right, and he does interfere in the match and makes it a disqualification of some sort, or a no contest or whatever, and then maybe they will save that 100th win for Jon Moxley for Revolution against Hangman. I mean, this feud has been really weird because it's like, okay, who are we supposed to cheer for in this? Are we supposed to cheer for Jon Moxley, or are we supposed to cheer for Hangman Page? Because technically both of these guys are baby faces. So it's like, who am I supposed to root for? Or is it just still like a both these guys type situation? Fight forever? I don't know. Like it's been a little weird journey here. Timothy says it'll happen after the match. Perhaps. We'll see. All right, Timothy, it's your favorite tag team in the whole world, the Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed have arrived!
The Acclaimed is facing off with the firm's Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. I'm just to get the Acclaimed on the television to have something with the Gun Club at some point is my guess. It'll be there. It'll tell story, so I'm not going to complain about that because it is part of the storyline with the Acclaimed. So there's that. I just don't like the fact that they're throwing two other random teams into the picture at Revolution. It should just be the Acclaimed versus the Gun Club for the titles at Revolution and leave it at that. Don't throw two other teams in there, random teams, for no reason. Unless it's like, I guess, like a Jay Lethal and a Jeff Jarrett who's been kind of, feuding with the Acclaimed as well. So we'll see. Max Caster always has great lyrics. All right, last but not least, what are your all's predictions for this? Tony Khan's big announcement. I don't think it's going to be anything too exciting, guys. It's probably just going to either be a Ring of Honor Club, Ring of Honor Club subscription, or the release date for Fight Forever, the video game. It'll come out in 2035. I'm just kidding. And or it'll be like a Forbidden Door 2 type announcement. I don't know. We'll see what it is. As you can see, everybody, guess who's not on the card tonight? Nowhere to be found on AEW television. It's sad. I'm going to create. You know what I probably should do? I want to make some wanted posters. We need to spread it everywhere. Where is he? Where has he been? Has anyone seen him? I'm not talking about New Japan. I'm talking about AEW. He is missing. Eddie Kingston is missing, and we need to find him. He's nowhere to be found. And his number one fan over here is getting very sad, and she wants to see him on TV again. Yeah, the announcement of the debut of the Ring of Honor TV show, which will be on the Ring of Honor streaming service. It won't even be on TV, so there's that. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'm just glad that they're moving Ring of Honor, and Ring of Honor will have its own little show, and to keep its roster over there, and maybe it won't crowd up AEW's TV time so much unless there's like people who do both, like Samoa Joe, Mark Briscoe, Wheeler Yuta, some of those people who are in fact, with both companies. So I don't know. We'll see. There's nothing on the card about MJF. Nothing on the card about Bryan Danielson. I'm sure they will address that at some point during the show. Nothing on the card about Samoa Joe or Wardlow either. I'm hoping they address that at some point. So we'll see. I'm guessing we'll see something previewing what Rampage will have for us later on Friday as well. All right, guys. Well, that's Dynamite. I'm hoping it's going to be better than it looks. We'll see. But you guys know the drill. I have a lot going on this evening and everything. Wednesday is a very busy day for me, so I am. That's not the case. And even if he did buy it, he wouldn't be allowed to say anything about it until like everything is official. So that'd be crazy though. I don't think he has $9 billion. All right, guys. I don't know when I'm going to be back because I'm not going to be able to do a tailgate party on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm husband and I started going to the gym, and Friday we have to go because we can't go any of the other days this week. So, I might do an early show. Can y'all do like if I did tailgate party at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, would you all be able to make that? Let me know really quick before I say goodbye. Um, Revolution's only a few weeks away, and we have one match that's official, Brian Danielson versus MJF, and we're gonna have some kind of a tag team, tag team fatal four-way thing, and that's the only official match that has been made. All right. I will be here then Friday afternoon around 3 o'clock for tailgate party. So you guys take care. Enjoy your Wednesday evening, and I will see you then. All right. Peace out. Bye.